Proxima B, that planet circling the star closest to us, has always been a big deal for scientists and dreamers alike, while everyone's been buzzing about the side that faces its sun. The dark side, always in shadow, has been a mystery, but now the James Webb Space Telescope has given us some cool new info that shines a light on this hidden area. The stuff it found is pretty surprising and has experts scratching their heads. Basically, one side of Proxima B gets constant daylight and the other is always dark. People used to think the dark side was a dead zone, but recent images are starting to tell a different story, something no one expected. The first hints came as strange stuff being released from the dark side. These signals are weak but consistent and are shaking up our ideas about what planets can be like. Infrared light and weird energy signatures point to spots with heat and light that don't fit what we know about the planet. Could this be natural, or is there something bigger going on? The odd structure and how these signals changed have led some to wonder if they could be made by someone. Could the dark side of Proxima be hiding advanced tech? If these signals are artificial, it might mean there's a civilization living in extreme conditions. They might have developed technologies to make their own light and warmth. What makes Proxima B so amazing is that some life form has found a way to deal with the eternal dark. These emissions look like city lights, meaning that it could be an alien civilization. If there's life on Proxima B, it might have invented stuff way beyond what we have. These technologies could let them survive in one of the harshest places in the galaxy. Proxima B is special because it has constant sunlight on one side and constant darkness on the other, making it a land of crazy differences. The dark side could be freezing, making life impossible. If there is a civilization, it may have an engineering feat beyond our wildest dreams. One of the coolest things found was that there might be water on Proxima of B's dark side. It might not be on the surface, but there could be water hidden underground, safe from the cold. Water is key for life as we know it, so if it's there, it could mean there are creatures that love really harsh conditions. Water might show us how life can survive in the universe's toughest spots. Even though these are big finds, the data brings up even more questions. What's making these weird emissions? Are they natural, or is it something way bigger? The repeating patterns in the emission suggest it's on purpose, but no natural thing explains it. Could we be seeing an advanced civilization, or is it some cosmic thing we don't know about? Researchers will keep studying the data, but one thing's for sure: the dark side of Proxima B isn't a dead place like we thought. Instead, it's full of mystery, potential, and new stuff waiting to be found. The James Webb Space Telescope's photos of emissions from Proxima B's dark side make you wonder what's powering them. Since there's no sunlight, the usual ways to get heat like solar power don't make sense. One idea is that the planet's core might be alive with geology, making geothermal energy. This heat could keep water underground and power systems on the dark side. Another idea is nuclear energy, which can make a lot of power in dark, lonely places. If the emissions are artificial, it could be a civilization that's mastered these energy sources. Whether the emissions are from nature or someone else, the energy source behind them could totally change what we know about making power in extreme places. More studying of Proxima B's dark side showed strange things in its thin air. Tiny bits of gases like carbon dioxide and methane were found, and we don't know where they came from. These gases could be from geological stuff or even living things. The methane especially has scientists talking because it might be from tiny creatures or something else we don't know. These gases aren't spread out evenly, which points to spots where they're coming from, maybe the same spots as the weird emissions. Could this be a clue about active stuff, or even life on Proxima B's dark side. Proxima B is just one of many planets the James Webb Space Telescope has seen, but its dark side is a real head-scratcher by comparing it to other planets that are always facing one way. Scientists hope to find clues to explain its weird traits. Most planets like this have crazy hot and cold spots, but the emissions and air stuff on Proxima B's dark side make it different. It seems like Proxima B might have things happening that we haven't seen anywhere else in the universe. The more we learn about Proxima B, the more we have to rethink our ideas about planets and if they can support life. One of the craziest ideas about Proxima B's dark side is that there might be advanced technology there. The way the emissions are structured, plus how much energy it would take to keep them going, really makes you think someone intelligent is involved. Could these emissions be from aliens? If so, their technology would be way beyond us, able to live in constant darkness. It's just a guess, but it brings up some big questions about how life and technology could change in conditions so different from ours. The discoveries from Proxima B's dark side have made people excited about traveling to other stars. Again, getting a spaceship there would be super hard, but the possible rewards make it worth trying. Organizations are already looking into ways to get to Proxima Centauri within our lifetimes. The stuff that James Webb Space Telescope found gives us a plan for future missions that will focus on Proxima B's dark side. These missions could help us answer the many questions left by the telescope, from where the emissions are coming from to what's hidden in the planet's darkness. What scientists found on Proxima B's dark side isn't just a science puzzle with a potential civilization. It becomes a mirror showing our own questions about life and survival. What alien civilization is the cause for the dark side to thrive is something to really consider. The possibility of technology or even life from Proxima B makes us rethink what's possible to exist elsewhere. As we study the dark side of Proxima B, we learn that exploring isn't just about finding answers. The James Webb Space Telescope has proved how good it is at finding the unknown, shining light on the darkness. People can have a lot of ideas about it. We could even be wrong at the end of the day. That potential civilization shows that anything is possible. So Proxima B's got one side baked in sunlight and another stuck in total darkness. People used to think that dark side was a frozen wasteland, totally empty, but the new pictures we've got tell a completely different story, one nobody saw coming. The first hints came from these weird signals coming from the dark side. They were faint, but they were always there, which made scientists rethink what they thought they knew about what planets can be like. The telescope picked up infrared light and some strange energy signatures that seemed to be coming from specific spots, not just spread out all over. That just doesn't fit with what we know about the planet. Could these be natural, or are they pointing to something way bigger? The fact that these signals have a structure to them and change over time has some people wondering if they could actually be artificial. Is it possible the dark side of Proxima B is hiding some kind of advanced tech? I mean, if these signals are man-made or alien-made, it would mean that there's a civilization that's figured out how to live in really extreme conditions, probably using high-tech ways to make their own light and heat. What could make Proxima B special in this instance? Maybe they have technologies in position that can generate light and warmth to overcome these challenges. These emissions were similar to urban lightning, implying that there was somewhat or something present that was organized. Could this be something to do with surviving in an environment with natural light? If there's life on Proxima B, it might have invented technologies that we can't even imagine. Maybe these technologies help them handle living in one of the toughest places in the galaxy. The thing about Proxima B is that it's so extreme: constant sun on one side, total darkness on the other without a thick atmosphere to move the heat around. The dark side would be freezing, so any life there would probably need to make its own energy. Could a civilization on the dark side have figured this out, moving heat and power to the shadowy areas? That would take some serious engineering skills, maybe giving us clues about how advanced life works. One of the coolest things scientists found was that there might be water on Proxima B's dark side. It probably wouldn't be liquid on the surface, but maybe there are underground pockets protected from the cold, and if there's water, there's a chance for extremophiles, those crazy life forms that can live in the harshest places. Finding water would change how we think about what makes a place livable, and it could show us how life adapts to survive in the worst conditions. Even with all these amazing finds, the data raises even more questions. What's causing those weird signals? Are they natural, or are they something else? They seem to have a pattern, but nothing we know of can explain them. Are we seeing signs of an advanced civilization, or is it some kind of space phenomenon we don't know about? Scientists are still digging through the data, but one thing is for sure: Proxima B's dark side is in a dead zone. It's full of mystery, potential, and maybe some incredible surprises. So what's powering these emissions coming from Proxima B's dark side, especially since there's no sunlight? Regular solar power is out. One idea is that the planet's core is still active, with geothermal energy heating things up. This could keep underground water liquid and power systems on the dark side. Another idea is nuclear energy, which can make a lot of power even without light. If the signals are artificial, maybe it's a civilization that's mastered these energy sources. Either way, it could totally change how we think about making power in extreme places. When they looked closer at Proxima B's thin atmosphere, or what's left of it, they saw small amounts of gases like carbon dioxide and methane. Where are these coming from? They could be from volcanoes, or even possibly from living things. The methane is really interesting, and scientists are arguing about it. Could it be from tiny microbes, or is it something completely different? The gases aren't spread out evenly either, suggesting they're coming from specific spots, may be related to those strange signals. Could this be a sign of activity, or even life? Proxima B is just one of many planets the James Webb Telescope is checking out, but its dark side is particularly weird by comparing it to other planets that are also tidally locked. Scientists are trying to figure out what makes Proxima B so different. Most tidally locked planets have crazy temperature differences, but Proxima B's signals and atmosphere are just strange. It seems like there's something going on there that we haven't seen anywhere else. Learning more about Proxima B is making us rethink what we thought we knew about planets and whether they could support life. One of the craziest ideas about Proxima B's dark side is that there's advanced technology there. The patterns and the signals and the amount of energy needed to make them suggest that someone intelligent is involved. Could these signals be from an alien civilization? If so, the technology would have to be way beyond anything we can do, able to survive in total darkness. It's just a theory, but it raises some big questions about how life and technology could develop in such different conditions. The discoveries from Proxima B's dark side have gotten people excited about traveling to other stars. Again, it would be a huge challenge to send a spaceship there, but it might be worth it. Organizations are already looking into ways to reach Proxima Centauri in our lifetimes. The data from the James Webb Telescope is like a map for future missions to Proxima B's dark side. helping us figure out where the signals are coming from and what's hidden in the shadows. What scientists have found on Proxima B dark side isn't just a science puzzle, it's like a mirror, showing us our own questions about life and survival. If life can live in such extreme conditions, what does that say about how life can survive anywhere in the universe? The idea of technology or even life on Proxima B makes us rethink what's possible. It makes us curious, gives us hope, and maybe even scares us a little, reminding us how much we still have to learn about the universe. When we study Proxima B's dark side, we remember that exploration is about more than just finding answers. It's about asking new questions that push us to understand more. The James Webb Space Telescope has shown us once again that it's amazing at finding the unknown, shining a light on the mysteries hidden in the darkness.